Support for inclusion may be impacted by mixtures which contain relatives, especially first-degree relatives. Refer to the independent inclusionary statistics above.
For this item, the middle of the black exercise band, the highest number of possible inclusion was the 1.6 million times more likely if it originated from Cora Clancy and 2 unknown individuals, correct?
Yes, the highest statistic for this item was a likelihood ratio of 1.69 million for Cora Clancy.
And based on your analysis of the data that you had, you determined it was a mixture of 3 contributors, correct?
Correct.
And so when you have the 3 contributors and Cora Clancy has the highest likelihood of being a contributor, if you include her in the mixture, the other 4 members of the family are excluded, correct?
Assuming 1, 3 contributors, and 2, Cora Clancy is one of the contributors, Dawson Clancy, Callan Clancy, Patrick Clancy, and Lindsay Clancy cannot be present in the mixture together. Again, those statistics are all calculated independently and don't say anything about those people being in the mixture together.
Okay, the bottom line, they're not eliminating Lindsay Clancy from this black exercise band. There's a possibility of 5 contributors in 2 different samples that they got, and another one that's 11 times more likely. Like the numbers aren't as high as Patrick's, but the numbers are there. She's not eliminated from this. And again, the complication comes because it's familial DNA being mixed together, and it's hard to distinguish how many people's DNA is even there. And by the way, why would Patrick Clancy's DNA be on there? He testified that when he went to the basement, he removed the exercise bands from his 3 children. So yeah, his DNA should be there. Her DNA, yeah, it is not eliminated from being there. So on that issue, I think the focus really ended up on that 1 sample from one of the 3 bands. So another one of the issues I wanted to talk about when it comes to people who are questioning whether or not Patrick Clancy is involved in all of this is his conversation with Lindsay when he came home from picking up the food and going to CVS. Let's put this up on the screen. This is a comment from my social media from Diane, who said, I read that the first responders / paramedics said she couldn't talk. How did she answer they're in the basement to her husband? Right? So on the one hand, Patrick Clancy is saying he's having a conversation with Lindsay, and folks are like, but didn't the EMT say she couldn't talk? So let's take a listen now to Patrick Clancy talking about this moment.
And when you saw Lindsay on the ground there under the window, which direction was her body facing?
Her head was closer to the house. Her feet were away from the house.
Okay. And did you go to her?
Yeah.
And did you observe any injuries?
Yes.
And what did you see?
She had deep cuts on her wrists, and she had a red line across her neck. I wasn't sure what it was at first, but she cut her neck.
And do you recall that these wounds weren't actively bleeding at the time?
I later learned that I said that on the 911 call.
And when you observed these wounds, is it correct that the 911 operator asked you or instructed you to apply pressure if needed?
I don't recall the whole call, but I believe that's probably true.
Okay. And you didn't at the time feel the need to apply pressure to any of those wounds, correct?
Correct.
Did you say anything to Lindsay when you found her in that state?
Yeah, I said, what happened?
And what was her response?
She said, I tried to kill myself.
Did you ask her anything else?
I said, where are the kids?
And what was her response?
She said, they're in the basement.
Okay, that's pretty clear. That's pretty straightforward, right? Now, I want you to take a listen to Stephen Hall from the Duxbury Police Department, one of the first responders to the scene, and his observations of Lindsay Clancy.